welcome back to my channel. So today I have someone new. I have Good Guy Audits, that disgusting parasite who voice is so horrible. Like, that's why I don't normally cover him. I can't stand his voice. There's something about his voice that is just so shrill and so grotesque. Like, I could handle what's her face, Regan Benson's voice so much better than I can handle Good Guy Audit's voice. His voice is, oh wow. I don't know how his mom stood it all these years having to raise that thing. Anyways, there's a bunch of police and they're underneath this car trying to save a kitten, and Good Guy Audits is talking to this, what he says is a cute cop. She's very pretty, but the way he talks about her is just disturbing and creepy. So he's talking to her, and of course he lies. Oh yeah, they just recorded, or they arrested me just because I was recording. No, dummy, that's not why you're arrested. Nobody arrests you because you're just recording. He won't tell the truth. But then again, one of the stipulations of being a frauder is you have to be a liar and a criminal. And, well, he has both. Enjoy the video.
What are they looking for? A cat? A dog? Look. This motherfucker's just, hey. Look how pretty she is. She's cute. Beautiful.
Oh my god, he's so creepy. He's so creepy. Oh my god. Oh, he's so gross and creepy and disgusting. Oh.
You don't look as good as she does. I'm sorry? Nah, I'm Good Guy Audits. I'm Good Guy Audits. You from the 41st Precinct? Yeah, I just left court being arrested. Y'all arrested me right in front of the precinct. For recording you.
Now, let's try telling the truth. Why were you arrested? Not for recording. You were arrested for being a public nuisance. That's usually why you're arrested. You're arrested for being a public nuisance, for being disorderly. And if they could arrest people for being plain out stupid, they would be arresting you every hour of the day.
Disorderly conduct. You guys aren't tyrants, right? Was you?
There we go. He finally told them the truth. Disorderly conduct. Yeah, that sounds about right. And yeah, that's not being arrested just for recording.
You guys aren't tyrants, right? Was you there that night? You work at the 401? Yeah. What's your name? David. Nice to meet you. What happened? What happened that day? I was recording the cars in front of the 401. The cars.
She had to tell them how to speak proper English. Oh my god. That's because half of everything that comes out of his mouth, there's no words. When he talks, he like mumbles and there's no words coming out of his mouth. So yes, she had to tell him how to say the word cars. He's just so incredibly stupid.
Because they know me. I record you guys all the time. And they didn't like me. The guy came out, flashed his flashlight.
I don't know what's up with the recording thing now with you, but like, and this happens all the time, like with the recording, you know? And I feel like, and if anything, it's worse, like, and I don't need to be in your space, but it's always like,
you're fine, I came up to you.
You know what I mean? You know, I know what I mean, but like, I feel like it's always, it's worse. This actually is
Yeah,
Okay, I'm like, you better go filter.
Nah, I'm lying.
I'm tired.
So what was you saying? You don't know why the police officers respond like that?
Or whoever arrested them. Because I don't think, we get it all the time. It's not that deep.
Right.
To me, it's not that deep.
You know what I don't understand is that you guys swore an oath to protect and serve our rights, protect and serve the Constitution. So if you see me just exercise my rights on the sidewalk, why do you feel the need to come try to exert some authority over me that you don't have?
Well, see, first of all, she did not swear an oath. She swore an oath. The TH there. Come on. Learn to speak. We know you understand English. Now you need to learn how to properly state English. Your words come out so dumb. And I know people from other countries who are just learning English, and they still know how to say the word oath, especially if they say it all the time. A word that you say all the time, you should know how to say it properly. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe he just likes to be stupid. I don't know. Maybe he enjoys being uneducated and doesn't really care. I don't know how he expects to be taken seriously if he is okay with being stupid. But if you are somebody who likes to be taken seriously, then don't be so dumb.
Why don't you take your oath seriously and honor my rights and protect my rights? So the guy can't flash. One, he did prior restraint. You can't flash your flashlight into my camera. Once you flash your flashlight into my camera, you automatically violated my rights.
That is so wrong. No. Untrue. They can shine their light into your camera and into your face. There is nothing that says that is violating your right if they shine a flashlight into your camera or your face. Now, let's see if Good Guy Audits can actually pull that one up out of the Constitution. I'll wait. I'm sure that my grandchildren will be dead by the time he can find it. And I don't even have grandchildren yet. I'm pretty sure my great-grandchildren will still be waiting for him to find it in the Constitution. And again, I don't have grandchildren yet. So that's a long-ass wait, because he will never be able to find that, because it's not in the Constitution. Therefore, flashing a flashlight in your face or in your camera is not against your rights.
You're fine. So I just, this is the precinct that I beat the case for. Yeah, so once you flash your flashlight into my camera, as soon as you do that, you're violating my rights, because you're prohibiting me from exercising my rights.
Wrong.
So, yeah, once you flash your flashlight, so I said, you know what prior restraint is? And he put the camera down. He said, oh, I know this guy, he records us all the time. That right there lets me know that you know who I am. And then his partner came up to me.
Like, I'm sorry that I keep stopping and cutting parts out, but he may not care about his subscribers' eardrums with the trams going by, but I do give a shit about your guys' eardrums, and I don't want to kill your eardrums listening to that. Plus, he's just repeating himself over and over and again, and half the time you can't hear what he's saying because of the tram going by anyways. So, yeah.
For order, there has to be a law that you're enforcing, not just because you think you're the law.
And this is his camera problem, not mine. I've checked. It is his video.
You know what I mean?
That's good. You gotta get that.
They caught the cat.
Like,
is there a cat or dog?
There's a cat inside the floorboard of the car. So not in the tire, but it's in the, like, I don't know how to describe, like, the bottom of the car.
Oh, you need a jack.
That's what they said, but because it's not a department vehicle, they don't want to, like, be...
He should jack his own car up. Right. So he said, oh, I know this guy. He records us all the time. So then his partner came over.
Is here?
Oh my God, there's an actual problem going on there. The police are trying to rescue this kitten, and Good Guy Audits just keeps running his mouth about himself because he thinks that he is the only thing that's relevant in any situation. oh my God, so shallow, so conceited, so, ugh. But he's so gross.
Oh, the baby cat? Okay.
Told me that, oh, you gotta go. I said, why? I'm just recording. And he said, oh, you're not gonna go? I said, no, I'm not. At that point, I have to stand on my rights, because, yeah. So he arrested me for disorderly conduct, and I just left court.
Yeah, that's not how it was. That's not how you reacted. You weren't all nice and proper. You're lying to her. She sees right through it. Plus, she can always go back to the station and review the security footage and see that you're a liar.
Dismiss that shit, so now I have to sue him. Because there's no way he's gonna. He has to be. We have to hold our government accountable. You know what I mean? So I record for many reasons. I record to educate. I record to build transparency. You know, watch you guys, make sure you guys are doing a good job. Right? Not just cops. I don't just record cops. I record government workers, mayors, everybody.
No, you record to cause a problem so that you can have an issue happen on your video, because you know people won't watch it if you're just doing what you say you're doing. You are all about drama and causing bullshit so that you can get a good video, throw it online, and get a lot of views for it. That's all it is. You don't care about police conduct. You don't care about transparency. You don't care what our government does. This is all literally just because you can't get a real job and or too lazy to get a real job, and because you know what will sell on YouTube. That's all this is. You're a pathological liar, and you enjoy causing issues and getting arrested because you know it'll give you more content, which will get you more views. That's all it is. Why don't you try just being honest for once?
I just did an interview with the mayor at New Rochelle a few days ago. So it's like I'm not just recording you guys. You know what I mean? I record all government workers. You know, to open that gap, to bridge that gap. You know what I mean? But that was crazy.
It don't gotta be
I'm not rude. I'm polite everywhere I go. So.
You're not rude? You're polite everywhere you go? Are you serious? My God, I knew that Good Guy Audits was a liar. I knew he was a pathological liar. I knew that. But this is taking it beyond lying. Like, what is he doing? Is he trying to, get her to, like him or something because he thinks she's so beautiful? He's creepy, first of all. But she can see right through your bullshit. I can see it. I can hear it in her voice that she knows you're full of shit.
Or if you give me respect, I'll give you respect. If you're being a tyrant, then I'm going to stand my ground. I'm not going to let...
Hey, Good Guy Audits, define tyrant and then show me what a tyrant truly is. Guaranteed, 100% guaranteed that you will be wrong. Guarantee it. You don't know what true tyrant is. You've never come up against a real true tyrant. You wouldn't know what one is if it slapped you in the face. But I can tell you one thing. You behave like a tyrant. You and most of you frauditors out there behave like tyrants. You're not a tyrant, but you behave like one. You want to say that the police are tyrants? No. Not even close.
And a lot of them do that intimidation tactics, that bullying shit. Yeah. But, yeah, so I guess they got mad because a few of my videos went viral for the 41 just because, they tried the intimidation shit and they didn't.
A few of your videos have gone viral? Seriously? So you have several videos that have hit 5 million views? Because you do know for a video to go viral that it has to hit 5 million views within the first week it was uploaded. Okay, so Good Guy Audits claims that he's had a few videos go viral. Let's check and see, shall we? 6.4 thousand, 2.5 thousand, 2.5 thousand, 4.2 thousand. Yeah, I haven't run into any 5 million view ones yet. Let's see. There's one at 14,000, 11,000. Very nice. Let's see. 2.9 thousand, 12,000, 20,000, 8,000. Well, we're already into a month ago, and I'm not quite seeing any videos that have hit 5 million. 9.7 thousand, 9.5 thousand. Now here's a good one, 31,000. Congratulations. Still not 5 million. Let's see. Yeah, I have yet to find one at 5 million views. I mean, you don't even have a video that's hit 50,000 views. You don't even have a video that's hit 100,000 views. Yet you want to sit there and say that you have a video go viral? You do know what viral means, right? It means that millions of people have seen it. I'm not seeing here where millions of people have watched your videos. I'm not even seeing where anyone over 30,000 has seen your videos, because one of them says 30,000, 33,000. So basically, no, you have no viral videos.
Because a few of my videos went viral for the 41, just because, you know, they tried intimidation shit and it didn't work. And then, like me, trying to educate them on the laws that they're supposed to know and they didn't know it. And then making it.
You kind of need to know the laws yourself to educate anybody on the law. And you are so severely uneducated, the last thing you're doing is educating anybody.
Yeah, so now, internally, I guess it goes around, yo, oh, he recorded you too? Yeah, he recorded me too. The video went crazy. Still be a public servant. I don't really deal with schools, though. You know, schools is different. It's public, you can gain access, but you have to be, like, conducting business there. And then they have these things, you know, you can't, it's a lot, you know, and I don't do that children stuff.
Wait a minute. He says you have to have business there, and then they have these things that tell you can't. It's called a policy. That's what the thing that they have saying that you can't record in there. It's called a policy, which is the exact same thing that you have in a county courthouse, the city hall, post office, pretty much everywhere that these frauditors go, there is a policy. So why would you follow policy at a school, but not at City Hall? Just because you don't think that recording children is right, which it's not. It's extremely wrong to record other people's children at their school. But just because you don't think it's right to record at a school because there's a policy, how does it make it right to record at City Hall when they have the same policy? You can't pick and choose which policy you're going to follow if it's the same policy. If a school says their policy is you don't record, no cameras allowed, and you say, oh, it's a school, I can't record in there, I'm not going to take my camera or my phone in there. And then you go to City Hall and it says no filming allowed, no phones, no recordings. And you go, it's my First Amendment right to go in there and film all I want, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. You can't just pick and choose what building you want to go into if they're saying the same policies. That's what you're doing. You're picking which policy you want to abide by. But by saying, and here's the big thing, by Good Guy Audits saying that he won't go to a school and record because they have a policy that says you can't, is him admitting that you have to follow policy when you go to a public building. He's admitting it right there by saying that. So now he's admitting to purposely ignoring policy wherever he goes so that he can get good YouTube content and get clicks and views. God, I just love that he just incriminated himself. I want to hear that again.
You know, schools is different. It's public, you can gain access, but you have to be, like, conducting business there. And then they have these things, you know, you can't, it's a lot.
Okay, So it's public, but you have to be conducting business there, and they have these things there. And she said policy. Yes, absolutely. Guess what? Every other public building, you have to have official business, and they have policies. So he just admitted that he won't do it at a school because you have to have official business to be there, and they have a policy against recording. Yet he'll go into any other public building that you need official business to actually be there, and they have policies against recording. I'm so glad that I caught that. Thank you, Good Guy Audits, for admitting this.
And I don't do that children stuff. You know, I got children, so.
How many?
3.
3? Really?
I'm almost at 26.
Oh?
Can you believe that?
You said I want to.
Shit, it's been a long time. I'll be 34.
He's 34 with the mentality of a 6-year-old. That is sad.
Yeah, in September. So they're just trying to save a cat. Yeah, I just had a conversation with this cop. I went into that building on 161, and he was trying to say that, private buildings, this public entity, the New York Law Department, state law department is in there, and what I'm trying to tell him is, even though it's a private building, there's a public entity there, and the public has to have access to that entity. And he's trying to say that the private building...
Okay, so this is going for whether it's a private federal building or a private building or a public building. Either way, because he's talking about publicly accessible areas. So, photographing the interior of a federal facility, which would be any federal government building. Title 41, Section 10274.420 of the Code of Federal Regulations provides federal policy concerning photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. It states, except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply, or a federal court order or rule prohibits it, persons entering in or on federal property may take photographs of, now, pay attention to the words here, space occupied by a tenant agency for non-commercial purposes only with the permission of the occupying agency. Okay, first of all, it says for non-commercial purposes. Yeah, when you're uploading a video to YouTube and you're making money off of it, it becomes a commercial video. And even if it wasn't a commercial video, you still need permission. Space occupied by a tenant agency for commercial purposes, which would be a YouTube video if you're making money. Your videos are monetized, Good Guy Audits, so therefore your videos and your recording is for commercial use. Let me read this one more time. This is Section B. Space occupied by a tenant agency for commercial purposes only with written permission of an authorized official of the occupying agency. Therefore, you need written permission from an authorized official to record inside of federal/government buildings. You can record building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums for news purposes. Nothing you record is for news purposes. Nothing. Stop trying to claim that you're some journalist and that you're media and that you're working for the news. You're not news. You're entertainment. That's it. You're not even education. You are purely entertainment. Now, it does kind of explain here. Regulation. Except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply or a federal court order or rule prohibits it. Persons entering in or on federal property may take photos of. Photography and videotaping the interior of federal facilities is allowed under the conditions set forth of the regulation unless there are regulations, rules, orders, directives, or a court order that prohibits it. Basically, if there's a sign on the door that says no recording, no cameras, no phones, that's your rule, orders, and directives right there. So if you go into a building, whether it's private or public, and there is a sign that says no recording, no phones, no cameras, and you still walk in and you are recording, and they tell you to stop and you do not, so then they tell you to leave and you do not, you are then trespassing. Stop acting like you know the law because you don't know jack shit. Let's continue just a little bit, since he is obviously completely dumb. For example, Social Security Administration Office has rules that prohibit photography and videotaping in its spaces. Similarly, many courts issue no photography or videotaping in courtrooms and surrounding areas. Guess what? For all you frauditors who say they can't tell me I can't record inside the courthouse, it's not the courtroom. They can only tell me I can't record in the courtroom. Bullshit. Because when it says the courtroom or surrounding areas, that would be the entire freaking courthouse. The prohibition must be clearly posted, which is the sign that says no recording, no phones, no videotapes, or no cameras. That would be a clearly posted sign. Or actual in-person notice must be given in order to be enforced. So if there's a sign that says it, they can enforce it. Plain and simple. Space occupied by a tenant agency for non-commercial purposes only with the permission of the occupying agency concerned. What does that mean? Non-commercial photography and videotaping in space occupied by a federal tenant requires the verbal permission of the federal tenant. Therefore, you need to get the permission of anyone in charge to record. For example, a visitor to the Army Corps of Engineers office has verbal permission from the office manager to photograph the private promotion ceremony of a friend. A student is given verbal permission from the office manager to take photographs of the office for a school project. In other words, you still need permission. Space occupied by a tenant agency for commercial purposes, only with written permission of an authorized official of the occupying agency concerned. Commercial photography and videotaping, which is what they do for on YouTube. If his video was, or if his channel was demonetized and he was making no money off of his videos, he would be a non-commercial. But he's a commercial. Either way, he'd still need permission to record inside of these federal government buildings. However, I'm trying to explain this to him, and it's not easy because there's no way I can dumb my own self down to his level, because it would literally hurt. I don't think I can dumb down that far. I know I can't. So I'm just trying to explain it on the dumbest form as I can so that he would understand it. And he probably won't anyways, but when you record a video, Good Guy Audits, and then you put it on YouTube and you make money off of it, your video then is for commercial use. If you upload it to YouTube and it is not monetized, it is then non-commercial use. However, commercial photography and videotaping in space occupied by a federal tenant requires the written permission of the agency official authorized to approve commercial photography and videotaping. So here we go. If it is non-commercial, you can pretty much get authorization from any manager or somebody that's in charge at the time. However, for a commercial video, you need actual approved permission by an authorized person of that agency. Journalists, news media, or other individuals photographing or videotaping for news purposes is not considered a commercial purpose. Holy crap. You're not doing anything for news. This is all for entertainment value. It's not for education, and even if it was for education, that's not even on here. But you're not a journalist, and you're not a news media. None of this is for news purposes. It's all for just entertainment so that you can make money. And that's all this is. For example, a professional photographer has obtained written permission from the designated official at a building housing only Department of Interior offices to photograph architectural design work performed by one of the photographer's clients. A movie company is given written permission from the designated official to videotape a federal facility. You are neither a movie company nor are you a professional photographer. You are nothing but a citizen who can't seem to provide for his children, or who doesn't provide for his children, going around purposely causing drama so that you can upload to YouTube and get as many views as you can so you can make some money off of it. That's all you are. Building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums for news purposes. Recognizing this fact, the public is allowed to photograph interior building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, and auditoriums from publicly accessible areas. Let me explain that to you. You are allowed to record the entrance from a sidewalk. You are allowed to film a lobby from a sidewalk. You are allowed to record the foyers from wherever they allow you to record it from. The point of that is from publicly accessible areas. Unless they tell you that you can record the lobby, okay, from the lobby, that's fine. If you can record the lobby from the entrance, fine. But see, here's the thing. They take advantage of this. They'll stand in the lobby and then they'll use their Zoom to record inside of private offices. And then they try to record stuff that's on a computer, paper, on a desk, in a room where you're not allowed to be in. That's a problem. And then they say you can't trespass my eyes. Since when can your eyes zoom in at 100%? Never. So they can trespass your camera. They can trespass you for using your camera to zoom in on stuff that you're not allowed to record. Nobody's trespassing your eyes, but your eyes cannot zoom in at 100%. They can't even zoom in at 30%. But I love how they try to use that stupid excuse. You can't trespass what my eyes can see. Your eyes are not seeing it. You're using a device to be able to see it. That's the difference. This right, however, does not authorize a photographer to intrude on restricted space surrounding a security post, create loud or unusual noises, or cause a nuisance, obstruct the usual use of entrances, lobbies, and other commonly accessible places or space, impede or disrupt the performance of official duties by government employees or federal contractors, including the PSOs, nor prevent the public from attaining government services provided in the facility in a timely manner. And that's exactly what you guys do. You go in, you make it uncomfortable for other people to be there, you cause a scene, you become disruptive, you impede people from doing their job because now they're having to focus on you instead of taking care of the people there that do have official business. So you do create loud and unusual noises. You do cause a nuisance. You do obstruct the usual use of entrances, lobbies, and other commonly accessible space. You do impede and disrupt the performance of official duties by government employees or federal contractors. And you prevent the public from attaining government services provided in the facility in a timely manner. Tell me that I'm wrong. Prove to me that I'm wrong, because every video you have proves that I'm right. Don't record something that shows you doing at least even just one of these things and then tell me that I'm She's ran across a criminal right there. She's speaking to you.
Yay! And it's a black cat too. Where's the Chinese restaurant?
What the fuck? Did he seriously ask where's a Chinese restaurant? You are a sick piece of shit. Even as a joke, you are a sick piece of shit.
Look, he's climbing again. That cat is crazy.
No, technically the cat is a cat. You're the one who's freaking crazy. And I don't mean that in a good way.
So the cat was saved. I'm gonna end this live now. Yeah. God bless the cat. Oh, he's sneaking out again. The cat is sneaking out the cage again. That cage is mad big. The cage is too big.
Oh my God, shut up. I can't stand this guy as it is. And then he went and said that shit. Oh my, no. So yeah, that was Gross Guy Audits being his disgusting, creepy self, trying to hit on a female police officer who could see through all his lies, thankfully. And then has the nerve, when they rescue this kitten, has the nerve to ask where the nearest Chinese restaurant is. He is disgusting. Disgusting. And even if I wasn't a cat rescuer, I would find that disgusting. He's just gross. I mean, and he's so uneducated, it's pathetic. I mean, they all are, but all he has to do is open his mouth and say 4 words, and you can tell how uneducated he is. I mean, was he dropped on his head a couple times as an infant? I don't know. He's just, there's something off about him. I don't normally do a video on him. I should start. I mean, he kind of brought it on himself when he came into my live stream and called me a bitch. And I hadn't even done a video on him. But he came in and told me to learn how to read, bitch. You're a severely uneducated person is going to come in and tell me to learn how to read and call me a bitch? I don't think so, little boy. Because I will wipe the streets of Brooklyn with your ass. You need to learn how to read. And then study up on the laws. It would help you out in the long run. Anyways, that is the video on Gross Guy Audits. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. I love each and every one of you.